Hey guys, post-editing this Oni here, and I want to say I started off this episode by asking this man to let me ride his carriage all the way over to Riften from Whiterun so I could start off my quest line.
And we'll be off. If you've never been to Riften, be sure to visit the Blackbriar Meadery. You mugs and dads and you'll forget all about the long trip.
Before I had even entered the gate to Riften, I was greeted by the corruption within their kingdom.
Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax. For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter?
So naturally, I tried persuading them to let me in regardless of this
Call it what
shakedown.
you want. You don't pay, then you're not getting in.
After that was unsuccessful, I decided to intimidate him,
I think you'd be a little smarter than that.
which didn't work either. So eventually I decided just to go along with it and pay him, as he
Open the
requested,
gate.
since I already had a lot of money on me anyway. Once I entered Riften, I decided to ask around about the Thieves Guild I wanted to join. So I asked the first person I met, and she did not seem too excited about me wanting to join it.
It's ridiculous. How can people who would betray one another over a gold coin be considered part of an association? They're the worst kind. Even the Dark Brotherhood abides by a strict set of rules and tradition. These thieves are just rabble. What do you think? You disappoint me. I expected someone from outside Riften to be different, but I see corruption's reach holds little regard for boundaries. Enjoy the city. It will suit you well.
After that, some random dude tried pressing me, but I did not
I
care.
don't know you. You in Riften looking for trouble? That's the wrong answer. Last thing the Blackbriars need around here is some troublemaker trying to steal a piece of the action. You can pretend not to hear me all you want, but
I'm
you
really
better
getting
stay
tired
out
of
of
your
my way.
excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time for double the usual fee.
I know it. How was I to know the shipment would get robbed?
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you carry, eh lad? Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you carry, eh lad? I'm saying you've got the coin, but you didn't earn a septim of it honestly. I can tell. It's all about sizing up your mark, lad. The way they walk, what they're wearing. It's a dead giveaway. Look how you sniffed out my little scheme at the North Gate. You knew it was a shakedown and you called him on it. That's what I'm talking about. Wealth is my business. Help me out, and I can add to yours. Would you like a taste? I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid. Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing. There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started. Good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Everyone, gather round. I have something amazing to show you that demands your attention. You need to hear this. You need...
Wish I could, milady. Sadly, I haven't sold enough of my own jewelry, let alone buy some.
Looks like I chose the right person for the job. And here you go. Your payment. Just as I promised. The way things have been going around here, it's a relief that our plan went off without a hitch. My organization's been having a run of bad luck. But I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from. If you think you can handle it. All right then. Let's put that to the test. The group I represent has its home in the Ratway beneath Riften, a tavern called the Ragged Flagon. Get there in one piece, and we'll see if you've really got what it takes.
Skin us alive if they knew we were doing this.
Why are you always acting like such a big baby? I've gotten us this far.
This far? We're living in a sewer. You said we'd have a house as big as the Black Rivers by now.
I'm telling you. Well, well. Color me impressed, lad. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again. Reliable and headstrong? You're turning out to be quite the prize. So, now that I've whetted your appetite with our little scheme at the market, how about handling a few deadbeats for me?
Now get out of my way.
They owe our organization some serious coin, and they've decided not to pay. I want you to explain to them the error of their ways. Kirava, Bersi Honeyhand, and Helga. Do this right, and I can promise you a permanent place in our organization.
I may just take you up on that one day.
Honestly, the debt is secondary here. What's more important is that you get the message across that we aren't to be ignored. A word of warning, though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business. Good. If you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Now get going. I'll be here when you're done. So, job's done and you even brought the gold. Best of all, you did well done. And it would seem I owe you something in return. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful. Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit. That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here. What's on your mind? We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough? Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about? This is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the guild's resources. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. Do what we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear? Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work, so let him prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lad. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin, so don't disappoint me. Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place. And they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tonelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor. Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouthed wood elf named Arengoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house. The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. You've made a mess of things, and Maven's furious. I told you not to burn more than 3 of the hives. I've smoothed things over with her for now, but you can forget your cut. At least you remembered one of the things I asked. Let me see that. Arengoth sold Golden Glow? What's that idiot thinking? He has no idea the extent of Maven's fury when she's been cut out of a deal. But I'm certain he'll find out. If only the parchment had the buyer's name instead of this odd symbol. Any idea what that might be? Blast. Well, I'll check my sources and speak to Mercer. But for now, you're off to speak to Maven Blackbriar. She asked for you by name. Don't sound so eager. It's not a social visit. It's business. That's between you and Maven, and I prefer to keep it that way. Just keep your ears open and your mouth shut, and you'll do fine.
So you're the one that burned down Golden Glow Estate. Do you have any idea what that little stunt you pulled is going to cost me? Do you have any idea what that little... The only reason we're having this conversation is due to Brynjolf's assurance you won't botch another assignment. He claims you possess some sort of uncanny aptitude for your line of work. Quite frankly, I find that hard to believe. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Once again, Brynjolf sends me someone with no backbone.
Faith. I don't have faith in anyone. All I care about is cause and effect. Did the job get done and was it done correctly? There's no grey area. I hope not. This is an important job. I have a competitor called Hunningbrew Meadery that I want to put out of business. I also want to know how they managed to get the place up and running so quickly.
Head to the Bannered Mare in Whiterun and look for Malus Machius. He'll fill you in on all the details. News for me? This doesn't tell me much. The only thing that could identify Sabjorn's partner is this odd little symbol. Well, whoever this mysterious marking represents, they'll regret starting a war with me. You should bring this information to the Thieves Guild immediately. There's also the matter of your payment. I believe you'll find this more than adequate for your services.
Word on the street is that poor Sabjorn has found himself in Whiterun's prison. How unfortunate for him. Exactly. Now you're beginning to see how our little system works. Maven sent word that you discovered something else while you were out there. Something important to the guild? Then this is beyond coincidence. First Arangoth, and now Sabjorn. Someone's trying to take us down by driving a wedge between Maven and the guild. Mercer thinks he knows a way to identify this new thorn in our side. He wants to meet with you right away. And if I were you, I'd hurry. I've never seen him this angry before.
Ah, there you are. I've consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Golden Glow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol. It would seem our adversary is attempting to take us apart indirectly by angering Maven Blackbriar. Very clever. They're well funded, and they've been able to avoid identification for years. I'm impressed it reached this point. Just don't mistake my admiration for complacency. Our nemesis is going to pay dearly. Because even after all their posturing and planning, they've made a mistake. The parchment you recovered mentions a Godjal lie. According to my sources, that's an old alias used by one of our contacts. His real name is Gullumai. Gullumai is our inside man at the East Empire Company in Solitude. I'm betting he acted as a go-between for the sale of Golden Glow Estate and that he can finger our buyer. Get out there, shake him down, see what you come up with. Talk to Brynjolf before you leave if you have any questions.
So, what do we have here? Let me guess. By your scent, I'd say you were from the guild. But that can't be true. I don't deal in land or property. Now, if you're looking for goods, you've come to the right person. Oh, wait. Did you say Golden Glow Estate? My apologies. I'm sorry to say I know very little about that, bee farm, was it? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I can't be expected to remember every deal I handle.
I think I expected more.
Hasn't Mercer Frey taught you people anything? You kill me, and your only contact with the East Empire Company vanishes. That's not smart for business. Well, now that you mention it, there is something I've been trying to get my hands on. I have a buyer looking for a case of Firebrand wine. There just so happens to be a single case in the Blue Palace. Bring it to me, and we'll talk about Golden Glow Estate. Ah, I see. Good. Can't have the buyer getting impatient and looking elsewhere for this, can we? Here, take this. I certainly can't use it, but I suppose I need to pay you something for the goods. Not at all. I consider it an investment in prolonging my life. As far as Golden Glow Estate goes, I'll tell you what I know. I was approached by a woman who wanted me to act as the broker for something big. She flashed a bag of gold in my face and said all I had to do was pay Arangoth for the estate. I brought in the coin and walked away with her copy of the deed. Not at all. I tend not to ask too many questions when I'm on the job. I'm sure you understand. However, I did notice she was quite angry, and it was being directed at Mercer Frey. In this business, we rarely deal in names. Our identity comes from how much coin we carry. Look, that's all I know. I never promised you I'd have all the answers. Now, since our transaction is done, I'll be on my way.
Give up any information on our buyer? No, it can't be. I haven't heard that name in decades. This is grave news indeed. She's someone I hope to never cross paths with again. Carlia destroyed everything this guild stood for. She murdered my predecessor in cold blood and betrayed the guild. After we discovered what she'd done, we spent months trying to track her down, but she just vanished. Carlia and I were like partners. I went with her on every heist. We watched each other's backs. I know her techniques, her skills. If she kills me, there'll be no one left that could possibly catch her. If only we knew where she was. One place that could be. The place where she murdered Gallus. A ruin called Snowvale Sanctum. We have to go out there before she disappears again. Yes, I'm going with you. Together we're going to kill her. Here's your payment for solitude. Prepare yourself and meet me at the ruins as soon as you can. We can't let her slip through our fingers. People attempt to hide is insulting. How disappointing. Good. You're finally here. I've scouted the ruins and I'm certain Carlia is still inside. No, I found her horse. Don't worry, I've taken care of it. She won't be using it to escape. Let's get moving. I want to catch her inside while she's distracted. Take the lead. Just make certain you keep your eyes open. Carlia is as sharp as a blade. The last thing I need is you blundering into a trap and warning her that we're here. Simple, really. I don't know what the fuss is about these locks. All it takes is a bit of know-how. Not a lot of skill. That should do it. They're normally impossible to open. Since I'm certain Carlia already did away with it, we're on our own. Fortunately, these doors have a weakness if you know how to exploit it. Quite simple, really. Carlia is close, I'm certain of it. Now let's get moving. You're quite noisy for someone who claims to be a thief. Do you honestly think your arrow will reach me before my blade finds your heart?
Give me a reason to try.
You're a clever girl, Carlia. Buying Golden Glow Estate and funding Honningbrew Meadery was inspired.
To ensure an enemy...
Bruh, ain't no way my mic wasn't connected!
It was the first lesson Gallus taught us.
That entire time.
You always were a quick study.
Not quick enough. Otherwise Gallus would still be alive.
Gallus had his wealth and he had you. All he had to do was look the other way.
Carlia.
Did you forget the oath we took as Nightingales? Did you expect him to simply ignore your methods?
Enough of this mindless banter. Come, Carlia. It's time for you and Gallus to become reunited.
I'm no fool, Mercer. Crossing blades with you would be a death sentence, but I can promise the next time we meet, it will be your undoing.
Dude, if my mic wasn't connected that entire time, I'm gonna cry. I'm actually gonna be really sad.
How interesting. It appears Gallus's history has repeated itself. Carlia has provided me the means to be rid of you, and this ancient tomb becomes your final resting place. But do you know what intrigues me the most? The fact that this was all possible because of you. Farewell. I'll be certain to give Brynjolf your regards.
Easy. Easy. Don't get up so quickly. How are you feeling?
What?
No.
I see helping
I
me.
saved your life.
My arrow was tipped with a unique paralytic poison. It slowed your heart and kept you from bleeding out. Had I intended to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
That's fair. Why?
My original intention was to use that arrow on Mercer, but I never had a clear shot. I made a split-second decision to get you out of the way, and it prevented your death. More than you'll ever realize. The poison on that arrow took me a year to perfect. I only had enough for a single shot. All I had hoped was to capture Mercer alive.
Why?
Mercer must be brought before the guild to answer for what he's done. He needs to pay for Gallus's murder.
He murdered Gallus. He did try to kill me, so I believe
My
it.
purpose in using Snowvale Sanctum to ambush Mercer wasn't simply for irony's sake. Before both of you arrived, I recovered a journal from Gallus's remains. I suspect the information we need is written inside.
What's it say?
I wish I knew.
I wish I knew.
I've seen before. Enther,
Translate it.
Gallus's friend at the College of Winterhold. Of course. The only outsider Gallus trusted with the knowledge of his Nightingale identity.
Okay. That word again.
There
Nightingale.
were three of us. Myself, Gallus, and Mercer. We were an anonymous splinter of the Thieves Guild in Riften. Perhaps I'll tell you more about it later. Right now, you need to head for Winterhold with the journal and get the translation. Here, take these as well. They may prove useful for your journey.
What, the key maybe? Okay.
I'm afraid
Take me
not.
there?
There are preparations to make. I promise to join you as soon as I can.
Oh god, I hope my mic was the first step. So sad. Oh my gosh. Oh, I know it wasn't already.
No one else.
Alright, I made it to Winterhold.
Can I help you with anything else?
Yes, I've been sent here by Carlia.
Carlia? Then she's finally found it. Do you have Gallus's journal?
Yeah, there's a problem.
Problem? Let me see it. Oh, this is just like Gallus. A dear friend, but always too clever for his own good. He's written all of the text in the Falmer language.
You know what really surprises me? I've like done this quest line before, like a long time ago, but I somehow forgot that Mercer betrays you. I like completely forgot that's a thing.
No. However, I know someone who might. The court wizard of Markarth, Calselmo, may have the materials you need to get this journal translated.
Got it.
A word of warning. Calselmo is a fierce guardian of his research. Getting the information won't be easy.
Yeah, you got it. I'll be careful, you. It's a Falmer.
In the time
Like,
before
I know
man,
there's,
they
like,
were known
zombies
as
or
the
something.
Snow Elves. They lived in the sunlight and had a very
But,
prosperous society. Yes, I would say their culture quite possibly rivaled our own. The Nords went to war with the Falmer in the First Era. Killed them, but the Falmer retreated underground and forged an uneasy alliance with the dwarves who ended up betraying them. This betrayal made them what they are now. Horrible, blind monstrosities with a burning hatred of any but their own kind.
Yeah, that's tough. Okay, I'm slightly upset. I had the recording paused. Basically, I talked to this dude about the Falmer language because he knows how to translate it. Basically, he's writing a book on translating Falmer language. I asked him if I could see it. He's like, no, not until it's complete. I went, but I'm an admirer of your work. He's like, I appreciate the sentiment, but you should appreciate that I will only show it to people once it's finished. And I tried to bribe him, and he's like, personal wealth is the least of my concern. I just want to show it to people once it's finished. And I'm like, okay, man. Alright, bro. So then, I stole the key to his museum, and that's where I'm on the way to now. On the way to his museum. Wait,
1 eternity later.
Okay, so basically, all of them are after me. No guard is like listening to what I have to say. None of them are trying to talk to me. I basically have a kill on sight order from trespassing a lot and just straight up ignoring guards that were talking to me. So, that's fun.
Let's see those stormcloaks try to break into this canyon.
The cellar is where we're meeting. Got it.
Was there something else? I
This should
suppose
be
it
good
would
enough.
be inappropriate of me to ask how you obtained this, so I
You don't want to know.
A rubbing, eh? Odd. I expected notes. I understand. Now, let me take a good look at this. Over here, please. This is intriguing, but highly disturbing. It appears that Gallus had suspicions about Mercer Frey's allegiance to the Guild for months. Gallus had begun to uncover what he calls an unduly lavish lifestyle replete with spending vast amounts of gold on personal pleasures.
Does the journal say where this wealth came from?
Yes, Gallus seems certain that Mercer had been removing funds from the Guild's treasury without anyone's knowledge.
Anything else, Enther? Anything about the Nightingales?
Yes, here it is. The last few pages seem to describe the failure of the Nightingales, although it doesn't go into great detail. Gallus also repeatedly mentions his strong belief that Mercer desecrated something known as the Twilight Sepulchre.
Shadows preserve us. So it's true.
I'm not familiar with the Twilight Sepulchre. What is it? What's Mercer Frey done?
I'm sorry, Enther. I can't say. All that matters is we deliver your translation to the Guild immediately. Farewell, Enther. Words can't express.
It's all right, Carlia. You don't have to say a word. Listen, all I want is the truth to be revealed to the Guild. They respected Carlia, and she deserves better. Do whatever you can, and I'd consider it a personal favor. If you ever manage to gain entry to the college, and you find trying to rid yourself of stolen goods becoming a burden, come visit me. I've been known to handle items of questionable interest from time to time, and I'll see what I can do. If you have further need of me, you can find me in the college.
We must hasten to Riften before Mercer can do any more damage to the Guild. You've come this far, so I see no harm in concealing it any longer. The Twilight Sepulchre is the temple to Nocturnal. It's what the Nightingales are sworn to protect with their lives.
Oh. Why does it require that type of protection?
Everything that represents Nocturnal's influence is contained within the walls of the Sepulchre. Now it seems Mercer's broken his oath with Nocturnal and defiled the very thing he swore to protect.
He's broken the Sepulchre. The Sepulchre. Using temples. Doesn't add
I
up.
felt the same way when Gallus first revealed these things to me. I think given time you'll understand what I mean.
I'd understand better if less mystery was
As a
involved.
Nightingale, I've been sworn to secrecy regarding the Sepulchre. I know the Guild doesn't do much to foster faith, but I'm going to have to ask that you continue to trust me.
Alright, I believe her.
I'll make for Riften and scout the situation. See if I can discover what Mercer's up to. When you're ready, meet me at the Ragged Flagon.
The Ragged
In the
Flagon?
meantime, I
Alright.
wanted you to have this. It belonged to Gallus, but
One of
given the
Gallus's
circumstances, I
belongings.
think he'd approve.
I'll make sure not to sell it then. I'll put it to
If
good
the Guild
use.
isn't willing to listen to reason, you might have to.
Nightingale blade. Oh. Oh. That is a cool sword.
I'm glad you're here. I think some of these people are beginning to suspect who I am. Are you ready to face the guild?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Keep your eyes open. I'm not sure what to expect when we enter the cistern.
Slower than my running speed, but way faster than my walking speed, so I can't lore walk with her.
You better have a damn good reason to be here with that murderer.
Please, lower your weapons so we can speak. I have proof that you've all been misled.
No tricks, Carlia, or I'll cut you down where you stand. Now what's this so-called proof you speak of?
I have Dallas's journal. I think you'll find its contents disturbing.
Let me see. No, it can't be. This can't be true. I've known
But
Mercer
that's all
too
it took.
long.
It's true, Brynjolf. Every word. Mercer's been stealing from the guild for years, right under your noses.
There's only one way to find out if what the lass says is true. Delvin, I'll need you to open the vault.
Wait just a blessed moment, Bree. What's in that book? What did it say?
It says Mercer's been stealing from a vault for years. Gallus was looking into it before he was murdered.
How could Mercer open up a vault that needs 2 keys? It's impossible. Could he pick his way in?
That door has the best puzzle locks money can buy. There's no way it can be picked open.
You didn't need to pick the lock.
What's she all about?
Use your key on the vault, Delvin. We'll open it up and find out the truth.
I've used my key, but the vault's still locked up tighter than a drum. Now use yours.
Oh, they all have their own key. That's pretty cool, I guess.
28. It's gone. Everything's gone. Get in here, all of you.
The gold, the jewels, it's all gone.
That son of a bitch. I'll kill him.
Vex, put it away, right now. We can't afford to lose our heads. We need to calm down and focus.
Do what he says, Vex. This ain't helping right now.
Fine. We do it your way. For now.
Delvin, Vex, watch the flagon. If you see Mercer, come tell me right away.
Before we begin, I want to make 2
Let me
things
guess.
perfectly clear.
He just plucked you off the
One,
street,
I'm the
dropped
best
you into the
infiltrator
thick of
this
things
rat hole
without
of the
telling you
guild's
which
got.
way is up.
So if you think you're here
Am
to
I right?
replace me, you're dead wrong. And 2, you follow my lead and do exactly
Look,
as I say.
before I help you
No
track
questions,
Mercer
no
down,
excuses.
I need to know what you learned from Carlia. I mean, everything. I feared that was the case. From that last entry in Gallus's diary, it looks like he was getting close to exposing Mercer to the guild. Anything else? What? Nightingales? But I always assumed they were just a tale. A way to keep the young footpads in line. Was there anything else she told you? Trying to make Mercer look bad in front of Maven, eh? Clever lass. Was there anything else? Then
That's
I have
all.
an important task for you. I need you to break into Mercer's home and search for anything that could tell us where he's gone.
Mercer's home?
Aye. A gift from the Blackbriars after they kicked the previous family out. A place called Riftweald Manor. He never
Riftweald
stays
Manor.
there. Just pays for the upkeep on it. Hired some lout by the name of Bold to guard the place.
I'll take care of it.
Be careful, lad. This is the last place in Skyrim I'd ever want to send you. Just find a way in, get the information and leave. And you have permission to kill anyone that stands in your way.
Nice.
That's all you got?
We've scoured the town and I've spoken to every contact we have left. No sign of Mercer. Any luck on your end?
Yep, got a map.
Shore's beard. He's going after the eyes of the Falmer? That was Gallus's pet project. If he gets his hands on them, you can be certain he'll be gone for good and set up for life.
Gotta stop him.
Agreed. He's taken everything the guild has left, and to go after one of the last greatest heists is just an insult. I've spoken to Carlia and made amends for how the guilds treated her. Now she wishes to speak with both of us. Quickly, we have no time to lose. Next we meet Lon.
Got it. What up, Carlia?
I promise you, all your questions will be answered. You just have to trust me.
I trust him. I mean, lie, you chill. What?
I promise you, all your questions will be answered. You just have to trust me. Brynjolf, time has come to decide Mercer's fate. Until a new guildmaster is chosen, the decision falls to you.
Aye, lass. And I've come to a decision. Mercer Frey tried to kill both of you. He betrayed the guild, murdered Gallus, and made us question our future. He needs to die.
You have to be very careful, Brynjolf. Mercer is a nightingale, an agent of Nocturnal.
And it's all true. Everything I heard in the stories. The Nightingales, they're elite Twilight Sepulchre.
That's why we need to prepare ourselves and meet Mercer on equal footing. Just outside of Riften, beyond the southeast gate is a small path cut up the mountainside. At the end of that path is a clearing and an old standing stone. I'd ask you both to meet me there.
I have some preparations of my own to make. I'll meet you at the stone.
Guess it's time to meet Carlia there. Alright, I've met them at Nightingale
I'm glad
Hall.
you're here.
What's the significance of this place?
This is the headquarters of the Nightingales.
Nice.
Cut into the mountainside by the first of our kind. We've come to seek the edge we need to defeat Mercer Frey.
What kind of an
If
edge?
you'll follow me, I'll try to explain on the way.
So this is Nightingale Hall. I heard about this place when I joined the guild, but I never believed it existed.
The assumption that the Nightingales were just a myth was seeded within the guild on purpose. It helped divert attention from our true nature. What's wrong, Brynjolf? I can almost hear your brow furrowing.
I'm trying to understand why I'm here, lass. I'm no priest, and I'm certainly not religious. Why pick me?
This isn't about religion, Brynjolf. It's business. This is Nightingale Hall. You're the first of the uninitiated to set foot inside in over a century. Now, if you'll both proceed to the armory to don your Nightingale armor, we can begin the oath.
This is enough to make your head spin, eh?
Whoa, I just straight up got the armor. Okay, I guess I'll equip it.
You appear ready for the oath.
This is enough to make your head spin, eh?
Okay, lass. We've got these get them something. Now what?
Beyond this gate is the first step in becoming a nightingale.
Whoa there, lass. I appreciate the armor, but becoming a nightingale? That was never discussed.
To hold any hope of defeating Mercer, we must have Nocturnal at our backs. If she's to accept you as one of her own, an arrangement must be struck.
What sort of arrangement? I need to know the terms.
The terms are quite simple, Brynjolf. Nocturnal will allow you to become a nightingale and use your abilities for whatever you wish. And in return, both in life and in death, you must serve as a guardian of the Twilight Sepulchre.
Aye, there's always a catch. But at this point, I suppose there isn't much to lose. If it means the end of Mercer Frey, you can count me in.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal?
Yeah.
Good. After I open the gate, please stand on the circle.
Alright. We're all here.
I call upon you, Lady Nocturnal, Queen of Murk and Empress of Shadow. Hear my voice.
Ah, Carlia. I was wondering when I'd hear from you again. Lose something, did we?
My lady, I've come before you to throw myself upon your mercy and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine, Carlia. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have two others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprise me, Carlia. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for wealth, Your Grace.
Revenge. How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturnal, we accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your avengers and your sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next until your conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same, Carlisle. And in the future, I'd suggest you refrain from disappointing me again.
Alright, I have the power now of the Nightingale.
Now that you've transacted the oath, it's time to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true crime.
Alright. He's done more?
Mercer was able to unlock the Guild's vault without 2 keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulchre. The skeleton key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal, and in essence, caused our luck to run dry. Well, yes. But the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities. The potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, potential becomes limitless. Good. Then you understand why this is about more than just Mercer's lust for power. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulchre, things will never be the same for the Guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence, and whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade. Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner. Before we depart, Brynjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the guild. Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the guild. Carlia and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed. After we deal with him, all that remains is restoring the guild to its full strength. As a result, we both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves Guild.
I don't remember replacing him. What about you?
I've been at this game a long time, my friend. A long time.
Oh, come on.
I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do, maybe even one of the best, but it's all I know. I've never been one to lead. Never desired it, never cared for it. Don't want it. Well, we have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation, so don't get sentimental on me now.
I accept.
Then it's decided. When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim, we'll handle the details. Until then, we have quite the task ahead.
Let's get to it.
I've been poring over the plans you brought us, and I'm convinced the eyes of the Falmer are in the Dwarven ruins at Erkenthand. Carlia and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lad. This will be a fight to remember.
Got it. Guess we're nightingales now.
Some of what Carlia said is starting to make sense. Mercer may have damaged our reputation and raided our coffers, but this goes well beyond even his twisted form of larceny. Old Delvin kept calling it a curse, and we all laughed at him. Looks like the joke's on us.
Yeah.
Until next we meet, lad.
I hear something.
Nothing's getting by me.
Climb down that ledge. See if you can...
Carlia,
Why did
when
we fall
will
down
you
here?
learn you can't get the drop on me?
Youch.
When Brynjolf brought you before me, I could feel a sudden shift in the wind. And at that moment, I knew it would end with one of us at the end of a blade.
Give me the key, Mercer.
What's Carlia been filling your head with? Tales of thieves with honor, oaths ripe with falsehoods and broken promises. Nocturnal doesn't care about you, the key, or anything having to do with the guild.
This isn't about Nocturnal. This is personal.
Revenge, is it? Have you learned nothing from your time with us? When will you open your eyes and realize how little my actions differ from yours? Both of us lie, cheat, and steal to further our own end.
Difference is, I still have honor.
It's clear you'll never see the skeleton key as I do, as an instrument of limitless wealth.
Nobody should have that much power.
To fall over your own foolish code.
Raw. If anyone falls, it'll
then
be
the
you.
Die is cast, and once again my blade will taste nightingale blood. Carlisle, I'll deal with you.
Right, I'll
rid myself of your irksome companion.
He's invisible. He's invisible.
In the meantime, perhaps you and Brynjolf get better acquainted.
What's happening? I can't stop myself.
Damn it! Fight it, Brynjolf. Taking control of it.
I'm sorry, I can't.
And he's forcing those two to fight. Where's Mercer go?
I've killed legions like
Oh, you just killed me. You just killed me. You just killed me. I'm actually dead.
from me.
He's way too much stronger than me. Ah! Die! 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 Dude. Are you serious right now? Down! Yes! Killed him. Whoa. I got the skeleton key. Oh my god. All of them. Well, I didn't need to drink all of them. I just wanted to take all of them. No, I think I did just take them. I'll take that. Go ahead, I'll take this. Drop that.
Alright, let's get out of here.
No luck there, lass. Something must have fallen on the other side of the door because it isn't moving.
We have to find another way out of here before the place fills with water.
That door ain't working. It's filling with water kind of quickly. Should I put both of the eyes in here or something? No ground is showing up. This isn't good. Alright, we can think of something. Right? Put the eyes back. I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I can't put the eyes back in. I'm not getting through those pipes. Oh, there's a cave right here. Okay, so that statue did have nothing to do with the Palmer eye thing. Are those two gonna come up? Oh, this is filling with water too. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Okay, those two will find their way. Carlia. That's not good. Okay, neither of them are leaving there, so I think I'm just gonna get out of here for now. And trust that they'll get out. What was that sound that scared me? Wait 7 hours. Okay, I don't think they're coming out of there anytime soon. Anyways, I think this is a pretty good spot to end this episode since I think most things have been wrapped up. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, stay dappy.